Stretch out the dreams from my mind. Granny's got the scoop, let's unwind. Birds are chirping, singing their tune. Mystery of the day coming soon. Cup of tea and a buttered scone. Start the day, we're never alone. Good morning, rise and shine. Granny's here with stories so fine. Good morning, off we go. To greet the world with a happy glow.
Good morning, everyone. Hope everyone is having a wonderful, wonderful morning. Grab your coffee, your tea, your cappuccino, your espresso, your juice, whatever it is you drink in the morning. We're going to get started. We're going to start out with Granny's Spotlight on the Missing. Today, the first one we have is Hunter Gilbert. Hunter has been missing since April 17, 2025, and it was last seen in Knoxville, Tennessee. He's a 17-year-old male, 5 feet 9 inches tall, 120 pounds, black hair, and brown eyes. Please, if you know something, say something. If you know where he is, if you have any information, please call 911 or the Knoxville Police Department or even 1-800-TBI-FIND. It's important that we get these kids home to their parents, guys. The next one is Tiara Brown. Tiara has been missing since April 22nd, 2025. She was last seen April 22nd in Knoxville, Tennessee. She is a 16-year-old female, 5 feet 8 inches tall, 120 pounds, black hair, brown eyes. And of course, as you can see in the picture, her hair may be dyed. Okay. So guys, I want to just encourage you, if you know or see anything, please call Knoxville Police Department, 911, or 1-800-TBI-FIND. Thank you so much, and please keep our missing children in your prayers and thoughts. If you know of anybody that you would like to have me spotlight, please email me. I'd be happy to do that at grannyscrimebusters, all one word, at gmail.com. Thank you so much, guys. Well, today we are going to talk about a case that I have done quite a bit of investigating on. I talked about it. I have a playlist for it. It's about the death of Suzanne Simpson. Suzanne was a wonderful mother. She was a real estate agent, beautiful, as you can see. And she went missing under very, very, very suspicious circumstances and is believed to be dead. Her husband has been charged in her red rum. Her husband is Brad Simpson, and Brad was just in court once again because his defense is trying to get some things thrown out. I'm going to share my screen with you. So he is accused in the disappearance and presumed red rum of his wife, Suzanne Clark Simpson. He's been in custody since October 9th, days after his wife disappeared from their Olmos Park home. Let's see. We're just going to start right here. And I'm going to make this a little bigger so that you guys can see it all right. Is that better? Okay.
Okay. 2024 CR 012097. State this is Brad Simpson. Would the lawyers please state their names for the record?
Casey Sandoval and Will Van Zeeberwood State.
Stephen Gilmore and Brittany Durham, Mr. Simpson.
Okay, counsel, will you step on this side?
Sure.
And sir, are you Brad Chandler Simpson?
Yes.
Okay. Now we're back here again because we had a hearing on the motion to quash the indictment last week, the defendant's motion to quash the indictment. But the state wanted an opportunity to file their response, and you did yesterday, I believe.
Please speak up. Friday.
Okay, you filed it on Friday, and then the defense replied to that, correct?
Yes, we filed a short response.
Okay, now let me also get, you now filed another motion for production of grand jury evidence pursuant to Article 20.02. That was filed on the 28th. So on that, we're going to hold off until a later time to see, give the state some chance to, an opportunity to answer.
Of course.
And now with regards to the motion to quash, and where you, I think, are on count 1, paragraph B, the act clearly dangerous to human life. Do you have any argument?
Judge, just a brief further argument. I want to refer you to a section in Lugo, which is a case the defense cites, and just point out that Lugo says that A1 and A2 are functionally equivalent. And what they bring up is that a knowing murder under A1 implies a knowing murder under A1 implies an act that is objectively clearly dangerous to human life. So they are functionally equivalent, A1 and A2. So, and defense has conceded that A1 requires no additional notice. So I just want to point out that equivalence between A1 and A2. And then I want to just touch briefly on the Marquez case that I gave you yesterday, which has the exact same indictment language as our case, A1 and A2. And I think the court's analysis in that case implicitly rejects the defendant's argument here. What they do is they go through an analysis of the evidence linking the defendant to his wife's death, and it's remarkably similar evidence to what I expect in this case. And what they say at the end is the jury can infer that act from evidence linking the defendant to his wife's death. Right. So in that situation, what the court's saying is that there can be no evidence of the act itself, and the jury can still infer that and find that A2 murder. So for those reasons, and also for the reasons in the brief, the first and second brief that the state has filed with the court, we're asking the court to deny the motion.
Okay, and counsel?
Judge, just, I guess, to briefly respond, nowhere in the entire opinion in Marquez do they discuss notice, only discussing the sufficiency of the evidence, what the jury heard at trial. State versus Rosenbaum, the Court of Criminal Appeals says we don't test the sufficiency of an indictment based on the evidence they expect to see at trial. It's tested by the law. And the state invited defense in its latest filing to envision hypothetical situations where an act may not be clearly dangerous to human life, yet still result in death. And the state, of course, is aware of hundreds of vehicle-related cases that they file every single year, where there's an act that may or may not be per se clearly dangerous to human life. Unless they're alleging a firearm or some per se deadly weapon, there are hundreds of acts that could be dangerous to human life or could not be, but still result in death. Lastly, Judge, if the state wants the benefit of presenting this case to a jury on a lower mental state, not intent or knowingly committing murder, but rather a lesser intent to cause serious bodily injury, it follows that they also assume a greater burden to plead in their indictment, greater specificity, to put me on notice so that I can defend against whether the act occurred or whether the act, if one did occur, had any link in the chain of causation that resulted in someone's death. And I can't do that unless they tell me what it is.
Anything further?
Nothing further from the state, Judge.
Nothing offensive.
Okay, so with regards to count 1, paragraph B, your motion to quash is denied. Okay. Of course, if the state comes into more information at a later time, then you act appropriately on that. Okay. Anything else from either side?
Nothing from the state.
Nothing for defense, Judge.
Okay, that closes the record on this case. Thank you very much.
I'm going to give them a 30-day status hearing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there you have it, guys. Wait just a second. Okay. So there you have it. Judge denied the partial dismissal of the red rum charges, and that's a win for Suzanne's case. Guys, this case is so tragic, so very, very tragic. Left behind 4 children, 2 of whom were adults at the time that this happened. One boy at the time was 15 and a little girl who was 5 years old. Very tragic for these children. Evidently, the 5-year-old had seen Brad harm her mother. Brad followed her. They were physically fighting outside of their home, seen by neighbors. Neighbors saw them go into the woods. Suzanne ran into the woods to get away from him, and he followed her. There was a scream heard. I mean, just so much going on, guys. And Suzanne's body has never been found. Brad's own brother has gone on national TV asking Brad to just speak up for the sake of his children, for the sake of Suzanne, and for all those who loved her. And he won't. He's too busy worrying about if he can get away with red rum. How can a man do that to his own wife, to his own children? That he would, not allow them to have some sense of peace, have her body back so that they can have a memorial for her. Guys, there are people that are praying every day at 4:30 p.m. Central Time. I want to encourage you, if you are a prayer warrior, please pray for Suzanne, that she will be found, that she'll either be found or that Brad will finally talk and just admit everything that he did. We need justice in this case. We need justice for Suzanne. It's, and I encourage you, go back and look at my videos, starting from the beginning for Suzanne Simpson. You'll find this case to be very, very interesting. So I want to thank you guys for being here today. I appreciate you all so very much. Please, please hit the like button on your way out. Hit the subscribe and the notification bell and set it to all so that you get all the notifications when we go online, which is most nights about 5 p.m. Central Time. We're building a really warm, caring community, one that's safe and drama-free. We'd love to have you. Thank you so much, guys. Appreciate it, and have a wonderful, wonderful day. Thank you for watching another episode of Granny's Crime Busters. We really appreciate each and every one of you. Don't forget to subscribe and like and even share the content. You can follow us on any of our other social media platforms at YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. We really appreciate you guys, and you can also email us at grannyscrimebusters@gmail.com. Thank you so much, and we will see you on the next one. Thanks, guys.